A warm welcome to all of you. Today we're going to talk about the reasons why people are unable to have healthy friendships, healthy relationships, healthy connections with people from all walks of life, be it with your children, your parents, at work, intimate romantic connections, and whatnot. In every area, if you find that somehow every good connection seems to fall apart, crumble right in front of your eyes, it means it need not be the other person's fault every time. When you look within, you would understand that you have had a role to play in this decision because it takes two to tango. Let me explain how this works. Do you feel, despite being in a connection with anybody, that you feel lonely, alone, unloved, uncared for, neglected, and a kind of a gloom comes into you no matter where you are? You get ready to go to a party, a get together, to work, or to any place. You get ready, you get into the vehicle, you reach the venue, and suddenly it goes absolutely kaput. You're like, you don't want to go in. You don't want to go in and meet anybody. You just want to go home. You want to be by yourself. And you cannot understand what is happening with you. Because while starting, you were absolutely fine. And something happened along the way. It need not be somebody's reaction or somebody's comment or anything to do with the outside world. This change in mood has come in within you, and it has also happened outside of you, which is why the moment you reach the venue, you feel like going home, going away somewhere, whatever, but you don't want to mingle with people, you don't want to interact. So, there comes a stage when you shut down from people and you limit your interactions. You don't want to mingle with many people because somehow you get triggered, you feel unhappy, you might get into fights, arguments, and you might lose out on friends. Slowly, you might watch that you are becoming much more lonely, alone. All your friends are leaving you one by one, and your lover, your spouse, or your children, or anybody, they are also distancing themselves from you. Are you going through this? Have you been through this? Do you want solutions to this? So yes, I'm going to be telling you, rather explaining to you, how and why this is likely to happen. A lot of people say that voids are empty spaces, but I think I am the only psychologist to actually prove through my research work that voids are actually full places that have been working right from your childhood. And when this place reaches the completion, like it is absolutely full and toxic within you, you are not in a position to accommodate anybody into your life, neither can you get into anybody else's life via invitation or via whatever. Which is the reason, even though you have the best possible love, the best possible surroundings, you still are not able to fit into it. And you don't know what is wrong with you, what is wrong with other people, and you think maybe it is the other person, maybe it is them and not you. But when you notice a pattern that it is happening in every area of your life, with your boss, your colleagues, with every single person, then that is when you should look within and try to connect the dots. Today, I'm going to help you with that. So, maybe that you are carrying your inner child void, which is now full, which has been full since some time and has turned toxic. You might be experiencing acidity, GI issues, headache, migraine, or any other health issues on the side. You may or you may not be, depending from case to case. But all of these things are connected. So if you find that you're not able to include somebody else into your life, you tend to fight, you tend to not understand them, you can't give and receive love, affection, you find it difficult in giving or receiving individually, and you don't feel trust with anybody. You feel they're out to get something, they are not genuine, they are fake. Anything which causes disconnect first arises from within you. To be able to identify something outside, You need to know from within what it is, the emotion, the thought behind it. So when you can identify something on the outside, you definitely understand the thoughts and the feelings behind it in the inside. So that means you are carrying the toxic void from your childhood. And if this is you, you definitely need to heal. You need to use techniques and therapy to come out of it. Simple techniques, simple therapies that can set you free. Shake up that void and throw out the toxic content and then break that space. You can see it as a clay pot or whatever. You can find it like a box or whatever. Just break it after you shake it and throw out the contents. Trust me, the moment you understand the space within you which is toxic, you will immediately identify your contribution in this kind of a thing which you are in. It is not the other person's fault every time. You are responsible for creating such situations in your life. So the dissatisfaction, the unhappiness, the sadness, and the constant hollow feeling that something is lacking in your life, that you don't have that peace, that tranquility, that warm feeling, that feeling of belongingness, that grounded feeling, if that is not present in your life, it means you are not able to accept it, not allow other people to help you. I can give you a small example to, explain this to you. For example, like your mother has been very toxic with you in your childhood. And right now you are, say, in your 30s or whatever. It can be any age, right from teenage onwards to whatever age. And you desire that love from her. You still crave for that love, appreciation, validation and whatnot. And when she actually comes close to you to hug you or to comfort you, you push her away, knowing that you want her to come close to you. And after she leaves, you are in a much more horrible state, not knowing why you pushed her away. Because you really wanted that interaction, that support, that love. And you actually pushed her away. So what happened over here? It is the inner child that is wounded and sulking in a corner that has pushed away your mother, not your adult self. So it is your inner child versus what your age right now that are on constant loggerheads, trying to fight the world, fight yourself within and outside, without. It all boils down to that. So if you find yourself behaving in an irrational manner, mood swings, sudden outbursts of temper, losing control over your speech, actions, thought, feelings, you need to understand that this is something which may be arising from within you, and it is not totally about the other person because you are functioning from a trigger response space. So it is very easy to push your buttons. So when you understand this particular thing, you will be able to help yourself come out of this and lead a better life. I would be discussing this in the future videos. So please like, subscribe and share my talks because they're going to be really helpful to you. Thank you so much.